Highlights. Northern Ireland won 1-0 in Azerbaijan. An injury time winner there. Stuart Dallas. Harry Kane's got the goal for England to make it 2-2 here at Hampden. And here he is with Gabriel Clark.
Well, of all the goals you've scored for England, where does that one sit?
Yeah, I think it's definitely up at the top. Obviously a special day. Looked like we was going to win the game, and then all of a sudden it looks like we're losing it. We're going to lose. We're in stoppage time, 2-1 down. Yeah, to get that goal was special.
When the cross comes over, what are you thinking?
I was thinking just get good contact on it. Obviously, I don't know if the keeper's uncommon. And I see him stay in his line, and yeah, what a ball by Raz, and I've just good side foot into the net.
Is it that marine training a part of this as well? Maybe this week, Gareth talked about sort of digging deeper, finding something. Yeah, we said we got to expect the unexpected, and we was in control, 1-0 up, and all of a sudden you're 2-1 down. It looks like you're going away losers. So we managed to find somehow another goal, another gear, and it's not a bad point away from home now. In terms of the context of qualifying, what do you think this represents, this point?
It's a good point now. Obviously we wanted to win the game, there's no doubt about that, but we got a point. We're top of the league. It's a tough place to come. Scotland's no easy place to come, and yeah, especially when you're 2-1 down in stoppage time, it makes it a little bit sweeter that we got something from it. And
sweeter as captain?
Yeah, exactly. I definitely didn't want to lose with my first game as skipper, so yeah, to get that goal, and yeah, it's a good day for us, and obviously a very proud day for me as well.
Thanks, Harry.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Heart rates have returned to normal just about, haven't they? Amazing. If I'd said to you with 3 minutes to go, Scotland will get a draw, you'd have said, thank you very much indeed.
I'd have bit your hand off.
Yeah, instead you're distraught you haven't won it.
It's just unbelievable. In the space of 5 minutes, literally Righty to scrape me off the ceiling. And then Giggsy and Dixon were picking me up off the floor, man. It was unbelievable 5 minutes. It really was. It was incredible. A tremendous finish to a match.
Leigh Griffiths there. We were saying beforehand, not a regular at Celtic, hasn't scored for Scotland yet. What a way.
Well, do you know, so Wright and I were just saying, when they were making the substitutions,
hopefully don't take him off.
We were praying that he didn't take him off, because he'd worked his socks off, he played really well, he did a lot of unselfish running, and he just wanted a chance. And boy, I've got to say, did he take it? Oh. But he has been capable of this. He really has been capable of this.
Look, I don't want you know when a player puts a free kick down, you kind of get a feeling, don't you? We all had a feeling that he was going to hit the target, and the fact that Joe Hart left so much space outside, you might say that's the wall job. None of the wall jumped. Have a look at this. Goes over. None of them jumped. They just went. It's a perfectly curled free kick.
A little bit too far over.
Is it Ryan? Do you think he's too far over, Joe Hart?
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, in the end, you can't blame him because he can't get to it.
Yeah.
But if his starting position is better, then maybe because it's not right in the corner.
But then he sticks it in his corner and everyone blames him for that. So there's a goal.
And he didn't take a step the wrong way and then try and go back, which we so often see.
I must say, it's a great free kick.
That's exactly
It's a brilliant free kick. The pressure. He's not scored for Scotland, and he bends it over the wall from 25 yards against England.
And do you know something? I didn't realise watching it live. See, when you watch it, he's away.
Yeah,
before the ball goes in.
He's away for this. He's away for this one as well, even before he goes in as well.
So that's the 87th minute. This is the 90th minute. We could have a long discussion about how naive of England to give away another free kick.
Well, you watch him here as well. Watch him run off now. He knows.
Yeah.
He's already knows, and it's Joe Hart's give him another yard here. He's had a little step over. He thinks he's not going to do me this time, but it's just absolutely wall jumps. Goes past the head of.
I was trying to say to you whether it was on the left-hand side, whether it was the right foot of Armstrong's, a bit of double bluff, and then he's obviously thinking, Griffiths, you must be joking, I've scored one.
There's no
the
way...
blood's pumping.
There's no way anybody other than Griffiths was taking that second free kick. And at that
this place went absolutely mad.
The old stadium, I've not seen it like it in years and years and years. The place was erupting. It was fantastic.
I do have to say that me and Wrighty have made some new Scottish friends.
I think you're going out for dinner with them later.
Well, they gave us a lot of stick at 2-1.
Fair
just
enough.
After that, I don't know what the Kane scored, and we gave him a little bit back.
Yeah,
I have to say.
I had to get it.
2-2. Craig Gordon, do you want to, if your goalkeeper makes a save here, but then when it's not fully clear, do you think I want my goalkeeper to come for this deep cross from a long way out?
It comes from a long way out, and his starting position is good. He's on the edge of the 6-yard box, so if he keeps coming, he collects it easy.
He's got to go.
He's going backwards, isn't he?
Just look at it. This is perfect because the line's half decent. Well, Gru is a decent position, but what he does is he slows down, and Harry Kane thinks, I'm going in one place. And look at Gordon's position. If he just carries on 2 yards, he catches it.
Or at worst, punches it. Just gets it away.
It's not even that hard across the come for.
It's in the air a long, long time.
Like Harry Kane said as well, it's brilliant for kids as well. Just good contact from there.
Yeah.
It's good contact. We needed that. I needed that.
You needed that. You didn't need that. You've done so well to get in that position because, let's be honest, with 5 minutes to go, the England fans are singing about San Marino. We're all thinking it's meandering to a 1-0 win for England, isn't it?
Listen, England had better chances. You couldn't fault Scotland's effort. No. They had to do that. It was a prerequisite. But at the same time, England still had the better chances to score and win the game. We didn't make... Before the goal, I can't remember Hart having a save to make at all.
Do we have to make the point, though? Papers over the cracks, England got a point. They didn't play well today, England. I thought they were rusty in the first half. They got a little bit better, but I didn't think they played well at all. But you don't have to.
And I'm afraid we talked about Craig Gordon for the second goal. What about Craig Gordon for the first goal?
It's a bigger mistake, actually, for the first goal for me than it was the second goal. I think it's to blame for both the goals. Right to be screaming out for this substitution, and it proved to be a very, very good one. And I know the initial strike goes through the centre-back's legs, but at the same time, it's straight at the goalkeeper. Just block it like you did for the free kick.
Well, why is he... I can't work out what's happening with his left hand there.
No, do I.
I think it comes through someone's legs, and I think he's maybe that's the excuse. He sees it late, goes through legs, and he just tries to throw his hand at it. But
Dicker, why is he falling over?
He's not standing up, Dicker. If he stands up...
Well, Ryan said he should have
put
headed
both hands up to it.
It's a good point.
You can actually head it. Yeah, it's straight at him.
It's straight out.
That's edge, though, if you head that away. Isn't it? If you just leave your hands and go bang.
He's actually moving his body out of the way of it. You want to get more body in the way of it. He's moved himself out of the way of it.
He's got to save that.
I think so.
It'd be interesting to have a goalkeeper on to see whether there's any possible defence of. But you don't realise, that's all in slow motion.
Yeah.
If it's coming full pelt and it just goes through someone's legs, you realise half a second later, can he get his hand on it? I don't know.
Yeah, but Dick, the way he's falling away, why is he falling away from the ball? It's coming straight at him. He's falling away. Stay big. I don't care what keeper's on here.
Well, there isn't a keeper on here.
That's what I'm pleased.
Let's just hammer keepers.
He's got to stay big.
Yeah. We're going to hear from Leigh Griffiths after the break. Amazing finish here.
It's always going to be a tough ask to get back in the game. But, we showed resilience and what we're all about by getting ourselves back in the game and then in the lead. But you can't switch off against this England side. They're also punishing, and that's what they did at the end.
Well, your first goal for Scotland followed quickly by the second. Just sum up those two free kicks.
Yeah, I practice them every day in training. It's not very often they come off, but when they do, it's special. I'm delighted to get off the mark for Scotland, and ultimately it could have been a great day. But in the end, it could be a great point for us in the end.
Did the defence switch off, do you think, right at the end?
Yeah, I think, we've got to keep the ball better. I think it was a 3-on-1 attack, and if we keep the ball better up, going towards your goal, we might have nicked the 3 points. But, like I say, you can't switch off against this England side with guys like Harry Kane up top because he will punish you.
We know there's pressure on the manager, but what do you think today, as a performance, has proved?
Yeah, it proves that on our day we can match anybody. We know how good this England side are. Down in Wembley in November we didn't do ourselves justice, but today, we showed what we're all about. We've got 4 games left, and we'll try and win all 4 of them.
Essentially, it's going to need that possibly. Maybe 10 points might get you into the playoffs.
Yeah, we hope so. We just take each game as it comes. But like I say, if you keep playing like that, we'll have a great chance.
Well done today. Thank you.
Thank you.
So here's how the table looks after the thrilling 2-2 draw here at Hampden. England 3 points clear of Slovenia. Scotland then, remember 8 of the 9 runners-up go into the playoffs, so they'll be looking to try and get second spot if they can. Slovakia play later tonight. Scotland's remaining fixtures away to Lithuania, a couple of home games here, Malta and Slovakia, and then they finish up away to Slovenia. You would have thought the mood, though, certainly from those who are here today, would be behind Gordon Strachan at the moment.
Definitely, and so it should be. I think we're looking for a good performance. We knew we were up against a better side, technically, and the best side in the group. But and I did say beforehand I thought England had better chances. But that said, the way the spirit they showed to come back, and you can look at it another way. It was two defensive errors that have cost us a victory.
So you don't look at it actually as if Scotland could have played it any other way, could have done anything differently tactically?
No, because I've got to say, our problem's not playing against England. Played well against England. I thought we played reasonably well against England. Our problem's Lithuania at home. We have to now go to Slovenia and get a victory. So that's the problems that we have. The England games take care of themselves. Yeah. We handle that fine. It's the other games that we need to build on.
Yeah.
I don't know what he says to his players in the dressing room after, because I'm not a manager. I'm only imagining what he would as a player. You've got to go in there and I don't think you say anything. Just let them just mull in that, because they give everything. They're wanting at times with their effort because it's misplaced. They press when they shouldn't press. So that's an organisation thing. But if you look at the quality from both sides, it's a game England should easily win. So they take credit of that. They got a point.
And Ryan, you look at the table, you look at the way that they responded when they were 1-0 down with 3 minutes to go, and Gordon Strachan says to them, listen, second spot is not out of the reckoning here.
No, not if they show that same spirit that they show today. I think he makes an interesting point there, Leigh Griffiths, about they were just short on quality. That led to the 2 goals. Letting it bounce, the first goal, Tierney letting it bounce, and then it ends up being a throw-in deep in their own half. And then the second one, they had a 3-on-1 counter-attack. And if he plays the right pass, he played the wrong pass, plays it down the right-hand side. If he plays it down the left-hand side, it's game over.
Yeah, run it into the corner flag.
Exactly, it's game over.
Absolutely. I think that but when you do look back at it, when Gordon Strachan, we saw how upset he was at the death there. It just looking like it was mistakes. Yeah. They could have won the game in the end. I'm pleased that in the end that they didn't, because I'm delighted that we got the point, and it is a good point, like Harry Kane said. I feel for Leigh Griffiths. I do feel for him. Would have been brilliant for him.
It certainly would have been. Either manager Gareth Southgate with Gabriel.
Well, how do you sum it up?
Well, a game we should win. A game we're in total control of. 2 moments of brilliant quality from them, turn it on its head in seconds. But we should never be beaten. You know, we've got to have a mentality that we're never beaten, and we showed that at the end.
To give away 1 free kick is forgivable, careless maybe. To give away 2, not so.
Well, the first free kick is careless. The second free kick is a slip. You know, I'm not sure there's a lot we could have done about that. But yeah, look, I've got to take. I thought we've come into a hostile atmosphere. We've controlled the game completely. We should have been further ahead. If you don't get the second goal, you run the risk of an equaliser at some point.
Is there a need to be more clinical generally by this team?
Yeah, I think that's fair. You know, I think we had moments where we got into really good positions in the final third, and you've got to take the finish. But we played a team that played 5 at the back, 4 tried to frustrate. Understandable from their point of view. I could see why they did what they did. We got ourselves into decent positions and didn't quite finish, but the objective's to qualify, and we still sit top of the group.
That's the England manager. Here's the Scotland one, Gordon Strachan with Gabriel.
Well, Gordon, you've been in some emotional games throughout your career, but where'd you place that one?
That was the one. That was the one. I think at 60-year-old, that could have been the best result of my footballing career. I might look back, like Real Madrid, Aberdeen, might look back at the moment, and just seems that would have been the best one, because the difference of where the players play and the standard that we were playing against is probably the biggest gap I've seen for a wee while in big games that I've won. And to do what they did was absolute fun. People can talk about their ability and this, that and everything, but you cannot do any more than what they did. Their personality, character, drive. It was like a middleweight boxer fighting a heavyweight. And you get hit and they keep coming back and making chances, and that's what happens. And for Griffiths to score 2 goals after the amount of work he put in, that's taken drive to a new level.
Where do you place the moment for Leigh Griffiths himself, his first Scotland goal, quickly followed by his second?
Well, as I said, I've been watching Scotland now and been at 40 years this month, I think last month. I was at my honeymoon in there. And I cannot remember anybody hitting a better free kick and then coming away and hitting an even better one. It was just phenomenal. But as I said, he led the line brilliantly. Big Chris Martin come on, and he made a difference as well.
Gordon, proud but frustrated, Ryan. A middleweight against a heavyweight. Does that sum it up quite nicely for you?
It's a great interview, that, because he's dead right. The amount of character that they did show, and they were out on the feet, and the heads could quite easily go down, 1-0 down, chasing shadows, the amount of work that they've put in, and to come back from that position, it showed brilliant character and brilliant drive, just like he said.
Yeah. That's what has to sustain them through the next 4 games, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That sort of level of commitment.
Of course it is. I said before, the England games take care of themselves. You know, the boys know that's what the Scotland team's going to turn up and be 100% committed and organised. It's the games against Lithuania at home where we let ourselves down. But that was a brilliant interview, it really was. You could see he actually looked how I feel.
Yeah.
He's right.
What, in need of a drink?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's totally right in what he said as well.
Yeah.
With the quality, the different quality.
And Gareth Southgate was cross, wasn't he? He was angry.
Yeah, but I think that he's got to be happy with the point in the end because the boys didn't play well enough.
No.
And you've got to take chances when you make them. But in the end, he's got a point. And like you said, we're top of the group. We've got to be happy with that. It's a fantastic game in the end. Brilliant 5 minutes.
But it happened against Spain in the friendly in November at Wembley. England 2-0 up, 2 late goals from Spain there. So there's clearly something that's not quite right concentration-wise at the end.
I think if that had happened in free play, yes, but there were free kicks. So it's a bit of an anomaly to sort of say that was how all games are going to end or whatever. But I think they'll be disappointed, yeah. They were in total control, didn't play well, and Scotland drop everybody behind the ball, made it very difficult for them. But I thought overall, I have to say, probably the best a game I've ever watched for emotion, with watching it with him and Wrighton and all those people out there.
It was brilliant.
Gordon was right. I've never been that emotional watching a football match. It's just absolutely incredible.
That's why we love it, isn't it? That's why we're all here.
Listen,
their reaction, your reaction.
I see the punters outside there. They were giving it to Wrighty, and Wrighty was giving it back to him. It was magic. I was up there, Wrighty was down there. Wonderful.
Brilliant. Thank you. It's been great to share it with you all. Thank you very much indeed, gents. Lots more live sport on ITV over the next few days. The French Open men's final tomorrow between Stan Wawrinka and Rafa Nadal on ITV from 1:30. Then later on ITV4 at 7:25, we've got Macedonia against Spain, a World Cup qualifier. And we're in Paris on Tuesday for England's last international of the season. Join us for France against England from 7:30 on ITV. Thank you for your company today. So another draw in the week